So I get yelled at for not wearing enough Vikings gear on here. So I decided to bust out the John Carlson, the Pride of Litchfield jersey. Urgh. Get some. So contract extension with Dalvin Cook. Potentially going swimmingly, like we've talked about before. Like, no news is good news when it comes to sports contract negotiations. It's like the Patrick Mahomes deal came out of nowhere. Broke after 4th of July weekend. There was no news about like, oh, Patrick Mahomes is looking for this and the Chiefs are being unreasonable. No, because things are going well. And so no one heard about it. It was very covert. Same thing with Dalvin Cook as of right now, after the whole holdout talk, after the whole unreasonable, basically like 3 days of Dalvin talk and then nothing, right? The talk of Dalvin wants $16 million per year. Vikings are offering $8 million per year. Blah 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 blah. I think that they will still get a deal done. I hope that the Vikings do hedge their bets just because of love Dalvin, but of course Dalvin's health as well as the way the running back contracts have worked out recently. But here are the top 3 reasons why the Minnesota Vikings will extend Dalvin Cook, get a deal done. Numero 1. The Vikings will realize that Dalvin is everything. He is. They're going to send him a mixtape like you do in middle school. You guys old enough to send mixtapes? Maybe I just really dated myself. I'm technically a millennial. All right, so Dalvin last year accounted for 1,654 of the team's 5,217 offensive yards from scrimmage in the games that he played, which is 31.7% of the yardage, and that's a lot. That is a lot for a modern-day NFL running back. And that includes the Seattle and Chargers game as well, where he was extremely limited, so that it's just even more impressive when you take those out. Also, to see Dalvin's impact look no further than Week 16 last year. Because remember, we were all hyped. We're like, all right, we can still win the North. Sunday Night Football, Packers coming in, historic U.S. Bank Stadium. Everyone get loud. Sco. Oh, Dalvin's not going to play? Well, crap. All right, so we got Mike Boone. But then the Vikings had 139 total yards of offense. Wow. And that wasn't necessarily on Mike Boone. It was just a failure on all phases. Failure on Cousins, failure on the line, failure in coaching. It was just bad. It was no bueno. Also, fun little stat, Dalvin accounted for 100 of the Vikings' 319 first downs last year, so he does move the chains. And he is the bee's knees. He's in the perfect scheme for him. He's a great receiver out of the backfield. He's phenomenal in the outside zone scheme. Madison, of course, would do awesome. He would be fine. I love myself some Alexander Bam Bam Madison as well, but Dalvin's just a special player, man. He just is. And maybe the Vikings will realize that. Number 2, reason why the Vikings will extend Dalvin Cook. Dalvin gives in, right? Every negotiation is a little bit of give and take. And of course, reportedly, he wants $16 million per year. He wants that Christian McCaffrey money. He wants that Zeke Elliott money. Team is reportedly, offering in the neighborhood of $8 million, approximately, Melvin Gordon. Now, I don't think either of those are necessarily true. I think they will find some middle ground. I think perhaps they will compromise at about $12, $13 million, be in the middle. That David Johnson, Mendoza line type range, right? And Dalvin, maybe he does see that he's a risky bet, but he's also a risky bet that has a big payoff, right? So compromise short term. Sign like a 2-year deal, which is basically a 1-year deal. Get yourself a nice signing bonus. You'll park that away. Comparatively, he hasn't made a ton so far, coming in as a 2nd-round pick through the first 3 seasons. Prove that you're the running back that we know you can be in the perfect system for you. Stay healthy. Have a 2,000-plus yards from scrimmage season, and then you'll get paid. You get paid. Lastly, reason number 3, the Vikings will get a deal done long-term with Dalvin Cook. Spielman's ego. Yeah, so Spielman has an attachment to extending his guys, right? Because it validates the draft picks and the free agent signings that he made, right? So it's sort of a positive feedback loop. So sometimes it works. Cousins, Rudy, Linval, Thielen, Diggs, Daniil, Harrison, Everson. Sometimes it does not. Xavier Rhodes, Blair Walsh, Kyle Rudolph again. Hell, you could even throw the Adrian restructure in there as well in 2015. But I don't know, like Spielman, if he let Dalvin go, and say Dalvin went somewhere else and just blew up, which he certainly could at 25 years young, that would look bad. That would look bad on Spielman. Plus, he would have to admit that it was a potential mistake moving on from Adrian in 2017, using the team's first draft selection that year, number 41 overall. Remember that they didn't have a first-round pick because of Sam Bradford, Hunter's replacement, and it didn't work out. And yeah, you could say ACL, year 1, hamstring, year 2, various injuries, year 3. whatever year for, right? So you could throw in a lot of caveats of why it didn't work out, but it would be on Spielman, yeah, especially a team that wants to be a run for a squad. If the running back doesn't work out, sort of on the GM, right? So I think that the Vikings, could get something done, especially with Rick Spielman, just very motivated, just to pad that ego a little bit. And we've talked about that. There are ways that the Vikings can structure an extension that is cap compliant, because Rob Brzezinski, hashtag cap thug life, as well as hedges their bets for the future. I mean, if Dalvin stays healthy, it's a deal. If he doesn't stay healthy, or if he doesn't keep that high level of production, the Vikings can get out of it. No muss, no fuss. But I still think that something's in the works. I still think that something gets done. I mean, like we said about the Mahomes thing, there was no steam, no leaks coming out about it before, just like throwing on the table on July 6th. So I think something similar could happen with Dalvin Cook, and I hope that it happens, because as much as running back contracts are no bueno recently, I just love Dalvin. I just do. And again, perfect scheme for him. Let's see. Let him be a peacock. Let him fly. Come on, Captain. If you know that movie, you're the best. But your thoughts. Let us know your thoughts about top 3 reasons why the Vikings will extend Dalvin Cook in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Pull us on the Venmo. But until next time, Skull, production value.